Ladies and gentlemen, I give you my word that I am very tired. Um, but I just realized the dogs, their food is out there and they are asleep, both of them. So while they are asleep from having been around this hot day, because they out there sweltering in the sun, I had to go throw some water on them. I didn't throw water on them because they were hot. I just threw water on them because I felt like it. Anyway, because that's how it is. Sorry. I'm going to play that audio for you. I'm not going to come in and say anything because with the two videos that I put up today, that audio will come in handy. Before I play the audio, I definitely need to explain to you that if you look at the organization that I put together, the original was the Legal Redress Commission, not the Legal Redress Right Commission, but the Legal Redress Commission. That's the first organization. That was designed to help people redress the grievances that they have against government. So that was the first one. Then after the Legal Redress Commission, there was SACCOM, Securities Acquisition Trust Commission. Now we're not going to mention all of the organizations because there are 23 of them total and growing. Yes, that's right. It's a conglomerate. Then after SATCOM, there was SITCOM. SITCOM focused on the defrauded homeowners of America, and we haven't forgotten our defrauded homeowners of America. Then after SITCOM, there was, well, technically there was a hiatus in putting other organizations together. The EON Foundation was 2016. SITCOM was 2012. The EON Foundation The Iron Foundation was 2015. Sorry, the mid part of 2015. Originally started in 2013, where I reserved the name and so forth. 2013. Then 2016, we gave that announcement to everybody. Then we had the SAA 2018. Now, each one of these organizations, SATCOM, was supposed to come in and help people secure themselves. Why? Because they had gotten involved in a lot of contracts with government, other agencies, to where they lost a lot of rights because they signed them away. Well, the Securities Acquisition Trust Commission came in with a trust agreement that gave them back control over their lives. That said, wait a minute, hold on, I just affirmed that contract. That was done during infancy, and they had the right to do that. Then SAA comes in and SAA says, hey, we're going to help you guys. Not we're just going to put up a template that you're free to use. You see, government puts up its template, gives you applications and all these other documents. Well, we're going to put up just a template that you can amend. Well, government doesn't let you amend their documents. Well, you can amend this document, make it yours, do whatever you want to with it. It's yours. We're just putting the template up there for free for people. We're not making any money off of it. Nobody can accuse us of fraud or attempting to defraud anybody or attempting to run some scheme. But here are the aspects of the contract. Now you'll see every single necessity for a contract to be valid is in this agreement. That's what we did. And when we did that, ladies and gentlemen, we told people they're going to change the Federal Arbitration Act because of this, because they can't let this go on. The only problem is we told everybody, but they stop this, they have to stop the corporations from doing the same thing, because this is what the corporations do. They're doing the exact same thing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, sorry, I'm turning off devices because that's what I've had going all day. It's one device after another. And it's time to turn them off because my wind generator is not hooked up yet, so I don't have any energy coming in at night. So it is 7 o'clock. Sun is going down, even though it's still as bright as it could be outside. But it's time for me to start conserving energy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, had the people, and no, I have another antivirus, two antiviruses up. behind that. I'll take care of that one later while the video is playing, while you guys are listening. What was designed by the contracts was for everybody to realize that, wait a minute, the government has been doing everybody wrong. It's not anti-government, please. We're not anti-government. Well, I can't be anti-government. My God won't allow it. He forbids it. I am supposed to be respectful of the superior authorities. I'm supposed to stay within the laws that are established here. And I do. That's why you hear me talking about a difference between a law and a statute, where the courts have said statutes are not laws. So as long as they say statutes are not laws, then I'm not bound by statute. Not because of some, I heard God say to me, but because they say it. See, when you have someone like K.C. Davis, the godfather, so to speak, of administrative law, say that anytime a judge is enforcing a statute, he possesses no judicial power whatsoever. Well, if the courts don't have judicial power, then what power do they possess? Executive power? Well, go ahead and look at the law. Where did the executive get authority over you? 1933? Shut up! You ain't supposed to be answering that question. Well, that's when they got it, mother. Ladies and gentlemen, it's right. Who the, you call it? Okay, I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, the president received that power from Congress in 1933. The courts are administrative. That's why they're answerable to the executive branch. Now, they'll act like they're not. See, when it's convenient, they'll act like they're part of the judicial branch. But when it's not convenient, they don't do anything. All this stuff about Donald Trump, that so-called controversy, y'all need to not pay attention to that. This stuff about Congress going after this party and that party, don't pay attention to that junk. That's for distractive purposes. Something else is going on right now, and I think they might be getting ready to pass some legislation at night in the middle of the day that you guys are not aware of. Because January 6th, look, if you guys go ahead and look at the Declaration of Independence, it authorizes exactly what took place on January 6th is authorized by the Declaration of Independence. It is for the very same reason that piece of junk document was introduced. So if that document was deemed valid, then how in the world could the Congress of the United States hold those individuals liable? Because it embarrassed them, ladies and gentlemen. It almost showed people exactly what the system was about. Mr. Trump, the coward that he is, you heard me. No. He left all those people standing there by themselves. He could have shown up. He was still president. He could have shown up. He could have brought in the military. He could have had the military pull in every single one of those computers that tallied votes. And he could have ordered the military to count the votes if he really wanted to, because he had the authority to do so. He wouldn't have been interfering with the states. He would have been exercising his executive power, because if the computers truly did do what he was saying they did, then that's insurrection, and he has the right under the 14th Amendment, section number 4, to suppress insurrection and rebellion. He also has it as an executive right under Article 1 of the Constitution. Or is it Article 2? Sorry, Article 2. Okay? Look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just letting you guys know. I don't deal with politics, but I do deal with the semantics of how things are supposed to go. No, Trump hanged those individuals out to dry. And then what did he do? He made all of that money, paid all of his bills, because these people donated so much money to him. I can't fault him for that. Why? Because you do the same thing? Your mama does the same thing. Ain't no way in the world I'm going to do that to people. So you need to shut up. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I don't have time to be pimping people. That's what everybody else do. I'm not trying to get over on nobody. If I can let you know my financial state right now, I'm in the very same state all of you are in because I can't take care of myself. What, you an invalid or something? Look here. I'm too busy trying to get over on these idiots. They're interfering with every single day, interfering with the computers and everything. So for the next 2 weeks, so that they can interfere, I'm decentralizing myself from the internet. I'm going to be working on the stuff that I need to work on off outside the internet. I know that they're going to interfere. They're going to find another way to interfere. I guarantee you. But it doesn't matter because my focus will be on taking care of the things I need to take care of on my end and introduce the things that I need to introduce to all of you. You see, we've been working on a couple of things. Well, I have, sorry. Been working on a couple of things that I want to bring to everybody's attention, but I'm not going to. I'm going to take care of the SAPACs first, take care of the credits first. That's right, you heard me say it. Take care of the credits first so that that stuff is all done. Then we'll start introducing what we're doing and why we're doing it. What I do want to say, because it's absolutely necessary, I'm going to still suggest, if you haven't done the contracts yet, incarceration, it doesn't matter if they held you for 10 days. 1.6 million a day is what the law permits for unlawful incarceration. You didn't hear me say illegal incarceration. No, I said unlawful. See, illegal deals with statute. Unlawful deals with your unalienable right. There are so many things they cannot do. Look at the contract. Read the incarceration contract. You can find that at SAAlimited.com. It stands for the Sitcom Arbitration Association. So SAAlimited.com. You can find that under the contract section. There is one for mortgages, and the ones for mortgages, if you get the QWR one, it has the bill of exchange right smack in the middle. Now remember, if this is your first bill of exchange you're given to a bank, that constitutes as a security. Sorry, it's just the way it is. I didn't say it, Congress says it. And that is tender in the United States. It is legal tender. Not because I say it so. Go back and read the Congressional Act. It says so. Okay? So, I would get the contract, I'd fill it out, I'd send it out. I would let them not respond. Why? Because the moment they don't respond, ladies and gentlemen, they now owe you a debt. If you have the arbitration done, you can document that the debt is owed. Why? Because it doesn't matter what the judge says, doesn't matter what anyone else says. As long as they were given notice, as long as you follow the steps by sending them a copy of the agreement, giving them the 3 calendar days to respond, then after that, sending them a notice of fault opportunity to cure. Hey, look here. I sent you a notice of acceptance of your terms of the agreement under condition, and you haven't responded. Now, you had 3 days to respond. So you have 3 days to opt out of a contract. It's a 3-day rescission rule, 72-hour rescission rule. You have 3 days to opt out of a contract. So I gave you 3 days. The contract said you had 3 days. It's been more than 3 days. So that means that you chose to comply with the agreement, but then you had 10 days to supply the information. And here it is, the 11th day, and you haven't asked for an extension or nothing. The contract gave you the right to ask for an extension, but you didn't ask for it. So you didn't provide the information. You know you in default. So I need you just to provide proof that you responded in time at any of the statute of limitations so that I can not hold you in default. Because if you don't, I'm going to have to hold you in default. And pay attention, they have 3 days to supply that proof to you. They don't supply it, they're in default. They cannot cure the default. There is no way to cure the default with any agreement between the parties. So they stuck. And that means it is a valid debt. The only thing you have to do is notify them of that. That's you're in default, homie. Now you owe me, and I need you to pay. This is the total amount. All right, I'm gonna need this, kind of immediately. Ladies and gentlemen, next week I'll be changing the dollar amounts on those agreements. We're gonna limit them to uh, not in excess of 10 million. Right now it's in excess of 10 million. So we're gonna cap them at 10 million. And the reason why we're gonna cap them at 10 million, you can change it. But again, we don't want anybody to be saying anything like, oh, and they do it for exorbitant amounts. Your mama does it for exorbitant amounts. Okay? We don't write the contracts. We write the songs, but we don't write the contracts. All right, ladies and gentlemen, after that, what an organization like Legion is designed to do is to document the debt, to put together the paperwork with the correct wording, but it's a third party, it ain't you. And they document proof of service of notification of the debt. They follow the procedures of the act. They send a copy to the credit bureaus. We don't care. You don't care what response you get back. Why? Because, ladies and gentlemen, especially with mortgages, now this is what SACOM is going to be helping people with. As a matter of fact, yeah, the next video I'll take care of the audio because that will make this over an hour long. But this is what SACOM is going to be helping people with uh, after I finish this next project, because SACOM is, we're not going to be doing after the 31st of July, there will be no more SAP packs. So we got to keep the value of those things. So SAP packs are SAP packs. Okay, just like the Omega pack, there are only about 8, 9, 10 of those. So those things are locked, and we're getting ready. We're going to, for the Omega packs, I think that we're going to be increasing that by another 5 million. So they were supposed to get 10 million in credits. They're going to get 5 million in addition to the credits. And we can, well, technically I can do that because I have that authority to grant that. And what makes them valuable? How are we going to get anything from? Because you need to understand what the credits are for. You see, that's what we've been spending the last 5 months doing, documenting, validating the credits. That's why I told you guys there were certain things we had to do. And that process gets completed over the next 3 days. Okay, there's just certain things I have to do. I have to double check some things, and then I have to hit buttons. And once I do that, and once I transmit it, and once I send out the letters, which will be done by Monday, then the credits are valid for everybody, not just for one group. But because my Omega Pack people and my Omega Pack people are the primal ones, they're going to get 5 million extra each. Why 5 million? Because it's credits. Those credits, and this is going to be my suggestion, just in case anybody says anybody owes anything in taxes, those who are getting the Omega Pack, I would suggest you take the 5 million and gift them to the United States under 50 USC 4305 and have them withheld by the IRS for offset of any tax obligation. They're not going to like it, but we will be providing you documentation and proof of the credits according to the law. Okay, so that's what we've been working on. So you're going to get several different documentations that are required by law. Like I said, it's been a lot of work, and they have actively been interfering with us doing this. See, we're not a large firm. I don't have people who went to college to learn this stuff. Like most firms have to go out and fish and find those people. And then they do this stuff on the download. They don't tell you what they're doing, but we let you know what we're doing. I can't tell you all the details of what we're doing because we have people out there, like we told you guys, with the um, county recorder over there in Lamar County, Georgia. How they just started sending their stuff there, not knowing what was going on, just thought they could mimic and do what we were doing, causing all kind of problems. God, we can't even send stuff there anymore because of them. So I'm not trying to do nothing like that right now, y'all. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, SATCOM will be taking care of people's mortgages from this point on. We can prove that they're securities. We can prove that the security was tendered initially. We can prove these things. Now we're going to start going into court, and we're going to tell you which court you need to be going into. We're going to put together the argument for you. The only thing you have to do is just follow the simple rules of filing. You don't have to say anything. You can just stand by the documentation. They want you to speak, you tell them, no, I'm sorry. You're going to have to reread the complaint. I've already covered that. There was no reason, nothing has changed. Now, if you can show me how it has changed between the moment I filed it and this moment now, by me telling you nothing has changed, then I think you need to move on because I've already answered that question. See, the problem is too many of you get in court and think you got to say something. You think that you're going to say something that's going to change everything. That, oh man, because she said that, oh man, she won the case. It don't never work like that. When they tell you to stop speaking in court, they're not joking. You're saying way too much. Let your paperwork do your talking. Start telling the court, wait a minute, I'm sorry, you didn't see the original complaint? Uh-uh. Then you need to recuse yourself and give me a judge who's going to pay attention to the facts of this case. No, because until that's rebutted, it's the facts of this case and nobody's rebutted it. And the rebuttal period, please, they had 21 days to rebut that document. And they haven't. And you can't rebut it because you don't have that authority. You're not here as a defendant. You're not here as a petitioner. By the way, I did ask for a jury trial. You are not that jury. And if you are, then I'm going to have to demand you be sequestered. Because I think you've been discussing this matter with others. Sorry. These are the games I play. Back to the conversation that I'm trying to have with you all. Our organizations are aware that with inflation, prices are going up, and people are having a difficult time. I decided, not the organization, I decided as the CEO of the organization that SATCOM will start helping people with mortgages. 80 million people are about to be foreclosed on. SATCOM is going to help individuals with mortgages, and they're going to do it for a flat rate of $510 per mortgage. Doesn't matter the value and doesn't matter the state of the mortgage. As long as you have the promissory note, the original promissory note, and proof that you've written them and told them, hey guys, I need you to validate this debt. That's all we need you to do is tell them, I don't agree with this debt. If somebody sends you a notice that you are about to be foreclosed on, say, you haven't proved to me that I owe this debt. Look, we're going to have the language. We're not going to be providing copies of this to you, and our communication is going to say that they cannot share that communication, that the communication is proprietary. Because when you do the power of attorney, you're giving us the authority of communicating on your behalf. So certain documents you will never get to see. Sorry. Told you we can't take the chance of somebody else duplicating it. But we're going to be using the law. I can't show you all of them. Just like I had to go and do all of this stuff over these last couple of years and months, you have to do the same thing. I haven't been hiding it from you. I've shown it to you. You just may not have picked up on it. Just like I told you, 2012, I've shown you guys the act of May 12th, 1933. You hear me talking about the government has promised that they'll take care of your necessities. You heard me say in 2012, hey, you have the right to one car, one house, one dog, one picket fence. That's where the American dream comes from, people. Everybody wants to say it comes from the 1800s. No, it doesn't. It comes from the New Deal. They gave man in America a new offer, a new deal. It was a joke, but they offered it to him. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I thought I'd share with you that All of this was a plan. This was not designed to get over on anybody. We should, even with the helping people with mortgages, we should be charging a whole lot more. That won't be up until next month, ladies and gentlemen, and sometime towards the middle of next month, because I have to do a lot for our stat packers. Those are our primary care right now. If you're going through foreclosure right now, do your challenge of the debt. Now, those of you who need to, you are in dire straits. If you need to and you are in dire straits, sorry, the only thing I can do for you, if you are having problems and they're about to kick you out next week, you can call me. I will, hold on, you can do a consult. Sorry. If this is the last minute, because you know how much I hate last minute stuff. But if you are lasting and you can't do anything else and you've tried everything, then you can contact me for a consult and I will show you what you need to do. The first thing you will need to do is contact me by email first with your phone number. There are 2 questions I need to ask. Once I ask those questions, then I will show you how to do something that will not cause you harm. It will keep you on your property. Now, I cannot promise you it will save your property, but it will give you time to put together your argument. So far, the people whom I've been helping with properties who came to me after the last minute, there was one guy, they foreclosed on him. They even sold his property at auction. This they did in, I believe, September of last year. He just told me today that because he's listened sometimes to what I told him to do, but everything I told him to do, he did. He's still in his property. He has to file his brief. It will be due at the end of next month. He's still in his property. Even though they have played so many games with him, he's still in his property. So I can't promise you you're going to keep it, but I can help you stay a little bit longer. Okay, but that's a consult. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not trying to get money out of your pocket. But if you're going to call me and ask me for advice and you're going to profit off of it, then I assure you, you're going to pay me for my time. I'm doing these videos for free. I'm not charging anybody anything for it. Well, technically, you're going to pay the foundation for its time. Okay? Because the Eon Foundation is the one who handles that. And so you're going to pay it for its time, the time that I have to take away to speak to you, to show you what you need to do. Now, the conversation I'm going to display on the next video, that's not a consult. That is somebody who contacted me years ago and I kept in touch with him. He's provided information to me. He has a group that he deals with. And so I've been providing them information, trying the best I could to help fill in their blanks. So appreciative, you can hear it in the conversation. I'm going to play the whole conversation in the next video, and it's going to be the whole conversation. That's going to be the title of it, okay? But what I would strongly suggest, if you have a arbitration that you never got confirmed, then go ahead and get AmeriLegion to document the debt. Get AmeriLegion to document the amount. Get AmeriLegion to forgive the debt for you so that you'll have the credits, so that you can document these credits on your taxes. They are only tax credits if you use them to offset taxable debt. They are regular monetary credits. Sorry, I just confirmed part of this today just by doing a little bit of research. They are regular monetary credits. Otherwise, you guys have no idea what you get to do with your credits once you document them. That's what I'm doing for you. That's what the credits do for you. That's why I got to stop calling them tax credits, because they're not all tax credits. Only the ones that are assigned to offset taxes are tax credits. You can carry forward these credits indefinitely because they are dollar for dollar. Shh, don't tell nobody. That's why it's indefinite. Don't tell nobody. These are carry forward refundable credits. Shh, don't tell nobody. Okay? That's what I'm doing for you. Go ahead. The last 7 videos I've done, see if you see anybody else talking about this stuff. But give it a week. I guarantee you, everybody, you're going to be hearing about it. You're hearing this person talking about this, and that person over there talking about this, and this person over there talking about it. I'm not mad. I need more of you talking about these subjects because this has been the law for almost 90 years. And y'all have not been paying attention. That last video I just did, God, there's so much information in that video. I know because I didn't want to stop talking. I wanted to give you more and more and more, just like in this one, but I gotta stop because I'm tired. So I got some cleaning up I have to do. And so I gotta make sure this has been recording my voice because we've been having some issues today. There are some things that I have to do, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna mute it while it plays. And at the end of it playing, then I'm gonna come and I'm just gonna shut the video off and you're gonna get the whole conversation. That's what it's gonna be called. The whole conversation. All right, I gotta go. Y'all take care, okay? But I hope that this provides you a little bit better of an understanding of the different organizations and what they do. And that SAA or even A1 cells, those two arbitration associations are there for you. And the reason why they work is because they're independent. They're not out here, they're not making any money off of you. The regular fees for an arbitration by all the other arbitration association is over $2,000. Well, SAA and A1 cells, they charge over $2,000 per arbitration, but they offset the $2,000. Why? Because they know all of you can't afford it. But there is a lot of work, and you guys have no idea. It's because arbitration associations get sued all the time. That's why they charge $2,000 per hour. Go ahead. The first hour is $2,000 and $1,000 every hour after that. Go ahead and see. Check it out. And you don't see us doing that. You pay that flat fee, whether it's 2 hours or not. You pay the flat fee, and after that, they assume the responsibility. There's a lawsuit. We have several people who have been sued, that they've sued them and the organization. We take over the lawsuit. Those people don't have any liability. They don't come after them talking about we're coming to collect this debt. No, you're not. And they know they can't because the courts have no jurisdiction over an arbitration, but they know these things. All right, I gotta go. I don't know. Something just says many of you need more details, but also something says a lot of people don't want details. I don't know why that is. Ladies and gentlemen, I have some 500 milligram moringa tablets. Non-GMO, gluten-free, soy-free. Oh, mama, they boy don't get no soy. So, moringa, because muscular dystrophy comes with a lot of arthritis because of the joints. And so my shoulders have been giving me problems since about 1993. And it's getting worse to the point where I can't even turn over in bed without being in a lot of pain. And so I needed something to help with the joints, and I'm told that this does. And so I won't be overdosing on no moringas, but I will be taking me some moringa. And I've heard of some side effects, but we gonna be all right. You know what I mean? All right. And do me a favor. If you got some medical advice, go tell it to your mama. Okay? And if your mama ain't around, go tell it to her anyway. But don't tell it to me because I don't want to hear it. I will block you on my email. Just that, literally, just that simple. I don't have time for the stupidity. And when I say I will block you, if you don't understand me, I will block you. And if you try to communicate me through any other means, I will ignore you. I don't hang up on people normally, but that's what you'll get. Because when I say no medical advice, I'm not joking with you. I said no. I have that conversation a lot with people because they think when I say no, I mean yes. I'm sorry, I am not no hoe. When I say no, I mean no. You heard what I said. Only hoes don't mean no when they say no. Oh, I was just kidding. Okay, that's what got Mike Tyson caught up. Sorry, I'm just kidding about Mike. We know she was a hoe, but she ain't said no at no point. Sorry, came over to his house at no 1 o'clock and nobody's moaning. What's she expecting to get? Popsicles? Come on now. I apologize. Y'all have a good day. I gotta go. I'm gone. I'm out of here. I'm Arrivederci. I'm Audi 85,000 G.